Oh hey, it's your friend that will always sing backups to the song that you want to play in the car. Back for some more tech tea. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Here are 3 tech updates to help you get through your Monday. I talked last week about the iPhone 15s being a lot more brittle than previous generations, despite the new titanium bands. Well, now it seems like they're overheating as well. Here's what you need to know. Reports have come in last week saying that Apple users that bought the new 15 were experiencing software issues that were due to the device overheating. When this happens, your phone will throttle performance or limit itself in order to keep the temperature below a level which could melt crucial parts of the motherboard. Some users have even experienced their batteries expanding due to the heat. A lot of speculation first pointed toward the new materials not holding the heat as well, but Apple has now released a statement that the overheating issues are actually being caused by iOS 7 and third-party apps being used on it. As of right now, the latest patch, iOS 17.0.2, will not correct this issue, but Apple is saying it is working diligently to release a fix for this known issue in the future. On the other side of the pond, Google is in a huge antitrust battle with the Justice Department for allegedly monopolizing the search engine market by paying to make Google search the default on PCs, Macs, and phones. Today, Microsoft's chief executive, Satya Nadella, took the stand to testify. Here's what you need to know. The US government accused Google, which accounts for 90% of the search market, of illegally paying $10 billion annually to smartphone makers like Apple and wireless carriers so that Google would be set as the default search engine on these devices. Google's response is that these defaults have never been easier to change, which Nadella said was absolutely bogus. Google has mentioned that its search engine wasn't the dominant because of illegal activity, but really because it's quality. To which Microsoft stated that Bing's engineers would help be able to bridge any quality gap if they were given the chance to do so. Apple has already testified at this hearing, where it stated that to date, there hasn't been anybody as good as Google at helping phone and computer users search the internet. Microsoft was caught up in a similar trial like this one way back in the 90s, which ultimately paved a path for companies like Google to claw its way to the powerhouse it is now. We'll see how this trial unfolds in the coming weeks. And finally, some lighter news. One player has become the first to earn all 2,751 achievements in Final Fantasy XIV. 14 just celebrated its 10th anniversary, which was a special event that gave you a cutscene with Naoki Nishida. It goes without mentioning that after 10 years, 4 expansions, and 135 patches, the latest being implemented today and tomorrow, there's a never-ending amount of content being added to the game. The main storyline is around 200 hours with expansions by itself, let alone all the trials and side content like the Heaven on High Deep Dungeon. The player was discovered on a Final Fantasy XIV subreddit by a user that uploaded a cropped screenshot of the achievements. We do know that the player is on the Garuda server, but I was not able to see the Japanese server username in order to give them a shout out. Or maybe tell them it's okay to step away from the keyboard. To give you context, if you started now, it would take about 6 to 7 years to complete the same thing. And in that time, there would have been even more patches, so more things to play. Though, if you haven't played the game, you should totally start. There's a free trial happening that was just expanded for even more new content. That's all I have for now. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you back here for some more tech tea.